What if I told you that people once paid extra to drink radiation on purpose? Not in a science experiment, not in a disaster zone, but as a daily health supplement. The strange story of radioactive drinks reveals how one scientific discovery turned into a dangerous obsession. In the late 1800s, a remarkable scientific discovery captured the world's attention. Researchers uncovered a mysterious phenomenon that seemed to defy the known laws of nature: radioactivity. In 1896, Henri Becquerel discovered that uranium emitted invisible rays capable of passing through solid objects. The finding sparked intense curiosity among scientists across Europe. Building on his work, Marie and Pierre Curie isolated two new radioactive elements: polonium and radium. Their discoveries revealed that enormous energy was hidden within ordinary matter. To the public, radioactivity appeared almost magical. Newspapers celebrated it as a miracle of modern science, and glowing radium became a symbol of progress and innovation. Few people understood how radiation affected the human body. Instead, many believed it possessed extraordinary powers that could improve health and enhance vitality. Companies quickly capitalized on the excitement. Radium found its way into medicines, cosmetics, drinking water products, and countless consumer goods. The soft, glowing green glow of radium fascinated people. It seemed futuristic, mysterious, and full of promise. But beneath the excitement lay dangers that were still unknown. The same energy that made radium so captivating
could also cause devastating harm. Those dangers would soon become tragically clear through the experiences of a group of young factory workers who would later be known as the Radium Girls. This wasn't backroom quackery. These were real companies with real products sold in real stores. Radioactive tonics were a booming industry, and it was completely legal. The most famous product was called Radithor. It was triple distilled water infused with radium-226 and radium-228. The company sold it as a certified health tonic, and wealthy Americans bought it by the case. The claims? The marketing was extraordinary. Companies claimed their radioactive tonics boosted energy, restored vitality, improved digestion, and extended your lifespan. Some ads positioned radium as a natural life force, the thing your body was missing. And this wasn't fringe thinking. Radioactivity had just been discovered. Marie Curie had won the Nobel Prize. Radium glowed. It felt like science. It felt like the future. Sellers knew exactly how to use that. Why it was allowed? There was almost no regulation. The Pure Food and Drug Act of 1906 required accurate labeling, but it said nothing about whether a product had to be safe or effective. You could promise almost anything as long as you put it on the bottle. No clinical trials, no government approval, no scrutiny. Companies competed on the boldness of their claims. The more extraordinary the promise, the better it sold.
But here's what made it truly unstoppable. It wasn't just salesmen pushing this. It was doctors. Doctors' offices. Physicians in the early 1900s were genuinely uncertain about radioactivity's effects on the body. The science was new, the research was thin, and many doctors, rather than waiting for answers, leaned into the excitement around them. Some clinics installed radium therapy rooms. Patients sat near radioactive ore samples or breathed air pumped through radium-infused water, a process some doctors described as inhalation therapy. It was offered for arthritis, fatigue, nervous disorders, even depression. Radium was also introduced directly into the body through suppositories, nasal applicators, and injections. These were not fringe treatments. They were listed in medical catalogs and stocked in legitimate pharmacies. Testimonials. The fuel behind all of it was testimonials. Newspapers ran letters from patients describing dramatic recoveries. A factory worker said his chronic back pain had vanished. A retired teacher claimed her energy had returned after years of decline. A businessman credited radium water for his mental clarity. These weren't fabricated, or at least not all of them. Patients genuinely believed they felt better. The placebo effect is real, and when people are told they are receiving cutting-edge scientific treatment, the body often responds accordingly. But to fully understand, picture this. It's 1927. You're scrolling through a wellness catalog. Celebrities swear by it. Doctors recommend it. And the body? It literally glows in the dark. Sounds like a modern-day miracle cure, right? Except this one didn't just promise vitality. It came with a side of slow-motion radiation poisoning. Welcome to the story of Radithor. Radithor wasn't your average vitamin drop. It was distilled water laced with radium-226 and radium-228. Marketed as perpetual sunshine in a bottle.
Enter Eben Byers. He wasn't some random wellness influencer. He was Pittsburgh royalty. Steel Air, national amateur golf champion, socialite. Basically the 1920s equivalent of a trust fund fitness icon with a private train car and a closet full of tailored suits. In 1927, Byers injured his arm in a minor train accident. His physician prescribed Radithor. Just a bottle or two a day, they said. Completely safe, scientifically backed. How bad could it be? Well, Byers didn't sip it. He chugged it. For years. Over 1,400 bottles by most estimates. He gifted cases to friends. He wrote glowing testimonials. He literally believed he was optimizing his body. Meanwhile, inside his skeleton, a quiet biochemical betrayal was unfolding. Radium is a calcium mimic. Your body doesn't know the difference. It pulls radium from your bloodstream and locks it straight into your bones, where it sits and decays and fires alpha radiation directly into your bone marrow, day after day, bottle after bottle. By 1930, the glow-up had turned grim. His teeth loosened and fell out. His jaw began to dissolve. Painful lesions opened across his skull. His blood count crashed. His hair thinned. His energy vanished. The very vitality he was chasing was eating him from the inside out. And still, he kept drinking. Because the ads said it worked. Because his doctor said it was safe. Because in the 1920s, science sounded like magic. Until it wasn't. Eben Byers died on March 31st, 1932, age 51. The New York Times ran the headline, "The Radium Water Worker Had No Jaw." His autopsy was so radioactive, researchers had to handle his remains with lead tongs and measure radiation in rads. His coffin was sealed in concrete. And his death? It finally cracked open the door to modern consumer protection. Radithor was pulled from shelves. The era of radioactive wellness collapsed. And the tragedy helped pave the way for the FDA's stricter oversight of medical claims. So, what's the takeaway? Next time a new trend promises to detox, energize, or reverse aging with zero side effects, maybe ask yourself, does it glow?